This evening, families of the 514 victims want justice for their loved ones. 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson has more on the lawsuit that could hold more than just the shooter accountable. Nate?
Yeah, Mary Alice, the 144-page lawsuit that was filed outlines how big of a role social media algorithms played in radicalizing the top shooter. It also describes how it helped him carry out the racially motivated killing spree in Buffalo 1 year ago.
When you sue Facebook, when you sue Google, when you sue Reddit, when you sue Amazon, you're facing some of the most powerful, wealthiest corporations on the planet.
Which is why Buffalo attorney John Elmore and his daughter, attorney Kristen Elmore, brought in help from the Social Media Victims Law Center and the Giffords Law Center to prevent gun violence. According to the monumental lawsuit filed in state Supreme Court Friday morning, the top shooter was drawn down a rabbit hole by social media companies. The lawsuit says that Facebook knew that its recommendation algorithms are prone to recommending harmful content.
We see this process of rabbit holes where young girls who are interested in diet are sent to content that encourages anorexic behavior, where young African American men interested in music are sent to content that promotes gun violence and gangs.
Outlined in the lawsuit, the top shooter regularly used Facebook, Reddit, Discord, and Snapchat, eventually posting on fringe websites like 4chan and 8chan. He eventually was inspired by other mass shootings like the one in Christchurch and realized the importance of live streaming when he planned to do the shooting. According to the lawsuit, the top shooter said in his statement before carrying out the shooting that he thought live streaming this attack gives me some motivation in a way that I know that some people will be cheering for me.
And these companies have known that live streaming encourages mass murders, encourages suicides, encourages violence, and they don't do anything about it.
The shooter streamed on Twitch for about 20 minutes prior to the shooting, eventually streaming the evil he brought upon Buffalo on that May day.
3 million plus people watched that video of our loved ones being murdered.
The massacre.
And that was just on Twitch. It's impossible to know how many millions saw it on other platforms as it was shared on social media.
And does that go beyond where the First Amendment protects you? I mean, there's some really serious issues in this case.
Attorney Paul Cambria said he believes the questions raised in this case are so unique, it could eventually reach the nation's highest court.
How far does it have to go before the First Amendment doesn't protect it anymore? This is groundbreaking here. This is Supreme Court situation.
While the families of victims are seeking damages in this case, the outcome they're hoping for is that social media companies will be forced to change how they recommend content to their users. In the newsroom, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.